Now, the war in Israel, of course, will be on the mind of the Republican candidates as they get set for the debate tomorrow night, which you'll see live here in Tuscaloosa. And we're joined now in the spin room as we gear up for the debate here on NewsNation by the RNC Chair, Ronna McDaniel, making, by the way, her first NewsNation appearance, which we're very happy.
Great to be with you.
Great to see you, Ronna, as well. I think one of the things that people are talking about and looking forward to tomorrow night is that there'll be 4 candidates on stage. So I'll start sort of with the news of the day. Christie qualifies as the 4th candidate. What would you say about the qualifications for a debate like this? Some people, of course, those that are not on stage would be the people saying, well, it's not fair. But what would you say about the idea that we'll have 4 candidates?
Listen, we said early on, we don't want the debate stage to be a platform for people to get book deals or media contracts or trying out for cabinet positions. I don't think the benchmark is that high, 6% in polling and 80,000 in small dollar donations. I don't think anybody thinks that's prohibitive for anybody who really has a chance to win the nomination for president. This is the smallest debate stage we've ever had heading into Iowa. In 2016, there were still 12 candidates and 2 debate stages, so now we're down to 4. Obviously, President Trump qualified as well.
Do you think that makes it a better debate to have fewer candidates?
I really do, because think about it. If you have 2 hours and you have 10 candidates, the most they're getting is maybe 5 minutes or 6 minutes to talk to the American people about Ukraine, crime, the border, fentanyl, education. We really need to have an understanding of where these candidates stand on these issues, and we can't do that if they don't have a chance to speak.
I want to get what might be, to some viewers, an inside baseball question out of the way at the beginning, but it's important because you kind of make the rules and set the stage for all of this. There's been some talk that the RNC might change its rules. You guys sanction these debates. They're the only debates that you say, hey, the candidates are allowed to debate here on NewsNation tomorrow night. There's been reporting that those rules might change. There might be an opening up, a different set of rules. Other debates would be, quote unquote, allowed. Is that going to happen? What's the story with that?
So we've had a very nimble process, right? This is a unique year where we have a former president running. But one thing we've heard from the candidates consistently is we want to be able to get in front of the voters more. So the debate committee will consider that. But we haven't made that decision yet. And I'm not going to get ahead of this great debate where we have 4 candidates here with NewsNation for your first debate. I'm so excited to have you as a partner and to be here in Alabama.
So you're coming on NewsNation for the first time, but not quite ready to make big news on NewsNation, you said, for the first time.
We're making big news because we have a debate on NewsNation. I think this is huge for your network, for the RNC, to have Megyn Kelly be part of it, to have the Washington Free Beacon. We've thought outside the box, and it isn't the same typical debate structure that we've always seen, and to bring this new partner in is good for our country.
Let me ask you about that a little bit. It sounds like we'd be tooting our own horn, but I want to talk specifically about the candidates and the issues a little bit as well. But since you brought it up, and it is on our network, and you're right, it's a big deal for a new and growing network like NewsNation to have a presidential debate. What went into the choice, and what about NewsNation being the sponsor?
I mean, I'm from Michigan. You're based in Chicago. But I will say you're a real news network, and you're bringing different perspectives. I think it's a very news-focused network where you're not always pushing your political agenda in every newscast. And I think the voters are clamoring for that. The request for proposal when they came in was so strong from this network. And not just me, but the debate committee from the RNC, we were very impressed, and we wanted to take a chance on a new network, and we're really pleased with what we've had so far.
You think the voters are looking for more of that type of thing?
I do.
mean, because we have so many conversations, especially in presidential primaries that are on the fringe of American politics. We don't, as a network, necessarily operate there, but it seems like the primary process does a lot of the time, right?
So right now, 42% of this country identifies as independent, right? Red states are getting redder, blue states are getting bluer, but there isn't a desire for news and for more civility as we talk about big issues that are affecting our families, cost of living, energy, fentanyl, and I think this network is filling that space.
So what's the best Republican argument from the party's point of view to reach those types of viewers who don't, want to be, again, on the fringe of politics, but are viewers that are independent-minded and are thinking about either party or choosing between Republican candidates? What's the best way for the party to appeal to that group, and is it doing a good enough job of it?
I think you have to think outside the box. I don't think, and this has been my philosophy, sitting in an echo chamber of just conservative media is going to reach independent voters. We have to be reaching voters on platforms that maybe aren't always Republican platforms.
Right.
So I think that we've done that. We're going to continue to do that. But also kids, I have an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old. They're not on traditional news networks as much. They're going on YouTube or TikTok or other venues or streaming platforms. So we have to think that way. NewsNation has a ton of local affiliates. Many people get their news on local news, and that's a big factor as well.
Yep.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.